Today we're going to take a look at a mod that I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to be very happy with, and you're going to already notice it down there in the bottom corner. Now, I was worried that my screen setup was going to have it cut off, but one of the great features of this mod is you can move it wherever you want. But of course we need to cover what it is in the first place. This is the Minimap. And yes, my friends, I'm very happy to say this. So what does this do? Well, it's a Minimap. Thank you guys so much for watching this until the end. Leave a like. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. We're gonna go more in depth. First things first, I'm just gonna showcase what it does. So it pretty much gives you a top-down view of the map that you're on. Now, this might have some issues on certain maps, but that's what we're gonna test in today's video. We're gonna go ahead and look at 3 maps. This is the first one. Next up is gonna be a bit more of a complex map, and then we're gonna go into a very complex map. But overall, this works really well. We can even see that little tiny area right here where you go through this little tunnel. So, overall, some good stuff. Now, what if you wanted to zoom in or zoom out? That is where this comes in. Go on to Utilities and then go down to G Minimap. Go ahead and do Configure Minimap, and you're going to get this little menu that lets you do everything. So first things first, it's going to start off disabled, but you can turn it on. You can even set a key to toggle it on or off. And then we have the expand key, but we also have the zoom. So if you like seeing dark void, then I guess you could do that, but obviously that's for bigger maps. In this case, since Construct's pretty small, we're going to go ahead and keep it there, and then you can of course adjust this to, well, fit whatever area you want. And then you can even increase the width and the height of the mini map. So if you want a really like narrow one like this, you totally can. You can move it to like the top of your screen if you want. But I'm going to go ahead and keep mine right here. Something that's pretty cool is you can even change the color. I don't know why you'd want to do this, but you can. And then of course you can adjust the brightness, saturation, all that stuff. And then you can even do custom health and armor. Okay, that's pretty cool. So it's just like in GTA. So if you guys have played GTA, you know the health is on the left and the armor is on the right. That's pretty much what this does, and then you can control all the colors. And that's pretty much it. Those are all the settings. Pretty simple mod. Press N to expand, so if you want a better view at what you're trying to look at, it's N by default, but of course you can change it. Alright, what else can we do? Well, we can open up the landmarks tab here, zoom in, and choose whatever you want. So for the dark room, I chose an 8-ball for some reason. And then once you put that there, you can choose the icon for it, whether from the G Minimap icons or these. So whichever one you pick, you can then change the scale and the color, and boom, there you go. Now you're always going to have that minimap. Now I'm always going to know where the dark room is. Not that you'd really have issues finding it. Okay, Construct's not the best map for this. Let's go on to a more complex map and see what this minimap can really do. Alright, and this is much more like it. So as you can see, it's a very sandy, desert-style map, and this is where it's going to really come in handy. So, I mean, obviously you can look and know where you're going, but now I can look at the minimap, and I can see exactly where I need to go. So, like, if I wanted to go to a particular room, like, I don't know if you guys see that, but I'll zoom in right now on it. Whatever that is, I want to go to it, and I can't see it in my view, so let's go ahead, and obviously you can no-clip too if you want, and it was just a rock. But now we can start to see, well, some of the good and some of the bad. So some of the bad is the weird black and white textures that you get. Now, I feel like you could alleviate this by just simply zooming in, which by the way is my second issue, is that you cannot zoom in any further than this. Or can you? Let's go ahead and see if we can actually break the rules here. Let's go to 2.0. I think that's what it was at. Did that change anything? Alright, that did not change anything. What if we change this to 70? And still nothing. Alright, so that is my biggest issue right here. Is it doesn't seem to zoom in enough. Because as you guys can see, like, those buildings are pretty small, and making the map bigger only shows you more of the map, not really up close. So if I want like more fine details about a certain building I want to get into, unless you have really good eyesight and you want to squint, it might be a little tricky to see exactly what building you want to go in. But of course, it does still give you the general idea of where you're going. Like, I can see that I'm going around this bend and that there are obstacles. And then as we go over here, you can see there's kind of like a cliff. Again, just basic stuff. Now, what about enemies? Well, sadly, enemies do not show up on the map. And since we're talking about enemies, let's go ahead and talk about props too, because that's something that we need to discuss. Alright, so if we were to go ahead and spawn in a prop, like, let's say, oh, I don't know, something big. Like this huge cube here. You're gonna notice it's not... Wait. I stand corrected! So I tried this on Construct, and I could not get anything to spawn in. but when you open up the expanded map, it does show you the things that you spawned in, although for some reason it also turns them black, which is kind of weird. Alright, so you know what, we're gonna go back to the combine here, and okay, to be fair, the combine are kind of small. I still can, yeah, no, I still can't see him. Oh wait, no, maybe I can. Alright, I'm gonna zoom in really close in editing and see if that really is the combine. But honestly, like, does it really matter? My point still stands. Please, to the creator, add a feature where you can zoom in more, or just tell me I'm an idiot because I probably didn't see that there is a way to do it, and I just haven't figured it out yet. Alright, so it does show where other players are, so if we had another player on this, or multiple, we could find them on the minimap, and that is extremely useful for multiplayer. Alright, and here we are on the final map. Please excuse the weird coloring. I don't have HDR on, which is why it looks like this. If you guys do play on this map, please turn HDR on. It'll look incredible. But wow, this is finally the most useful thing I could find for this. As you guys know, these sites can get very, very easy to get lost in. And this is going to be incredible because, well, check this out. We can go into here, and we can set a landmark. So if there's a particular chamber that we want, like right here we have SCP-173, we can go ahead and we can throw in something that I guess reminds us of SCP-173. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put this exclamation mark. Again, you can change the size of it. And now we know. So I thought you could rename. In fact, I thought that's what this was. Oh, maybe it is. Alright, and now we have SCP-173. So anytime we need some more details, well, we can just simply open up the map and see our landmark. So, yep, there's 173, and then we can simply go there. And the cool thing is these landmarks will stay even if you leave the game. So they're kind of like a permanent thing, and it's gonna remember what map you set that landmark on. Alright, so yeah, like I said, great mod for this map. I mean, you can just see all of the rooms. It's a very busy map for sure, and honestly, this was going to be the ultimate test. So guys, let me know your thoughts down below. What do you think about adding a mini-map to Garry's mod? Definitely an interesting addition, and in my opinion, a very useful one. But as always, I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. This was a mini-mod showcase, at least I think it was. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, and until next time, farewell.